All right, mic check 1 2. It says we're streaming in live. Not 100% sure that's accurate, but we will just say it is. It is showing my screen. I guess it's working. Not 100% sure if I'm connected, but we're not even connected, so we're going to go ahead and hit a connection on this. Get my trade of 8 up. I'm also going to record here for back recording purposes. And I'm going to jump on the chat in the Discord as well, just in case someone over here hits me up. It looks like Alan has posted his levels for the week, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, nope, that was old. All right. Good evening. It's the evening of November 24th, 2024. This is Chompsky. We did have a huge gap up over the, it looks like over the weekend here. More of a gap than I was expecting, so I'm going to have to kind of consider that going into tomorrow. That gap will put us very well above that top line, or at least where I thought the top line might be. Right in here of that triangle on the 4 hour. So unless that 4 hour triangle is higher up, or if it's just not even in existence, which it may not be, it looks like we are going to probably shoot right through it. As you can see before, we actually had some areas here that were similar to what we're going through here. These areas of consolidation, they have been pretty bad as far as waiting for the breakout, and then it seems like it just takes off. And this is big right here, but then it kind of took off, it faked up and then came back down. And then it shot up. So we're probably looking to hit somewhere in these highs again in the 21,300 area. At least that's what I'm expecting. No guarantees, but that's what I think might happen. So we have about 2 days of maybe good trading this week before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving holiday hits on Thursday. I do not plan to leave anything running on Thursday myself. That's going to be up to you guys if you want to do that. That's definitely not in my wheelhouse to risk that. I just think it's going to be too light volume to take a risk there. So what I'm going to do, we have not had a very good couple weeks or last week of momentum signals at all. They've been terrible, to be honest. So I'm looking for something in the momentum range this week. Hopefully that's going to be decent. We really just haven't had much at all. It's been really choppy, so even when it took off and ran, it didn't run long, so it chopped its way up. And so I'm kind of expecting more of that. Although we did gap huge, so I don't know, we might end up with a day or two of really good decent price action. Excuse me. And if that does happen, I don't want to miss out on it. So I'm going to try a few different pass settings and see if I can't find one that did well before. Maybe just run one with that mindset that maybe we'll get at least 1 day of momentum. And then kind of I'm thinking we're going to die off and chop. So I'm looking for maybe some shark fins or something to level out the rest of the days. Price action. All right, so waiting for this to load. I do load 8 days generally, just to load those bars and get those in for my testing. And it does take a little time when you do that. Now, there we go. No one even moving it. Wow, this did really well for the last week. I wish I ran this. 61.9% win rate. That's 14 wins, 8 losses. That would have came out ahead. Assuming my CWAP did okay. I mean, it struggled for a day or two, but then it really rocked it. So it's hard to say. I'm going to go ahead and say that is going to be fine. And that is a setting I used before. I think that was it was in October. Yeah, I think it was the October 27th setting. I'm just going to roll with that. It looks really good. Make sure I'm on 8 days here. Yep, we're on 8 days, so it usually misses a day or two anyway because of the weekend, so it's close to 7. And then you get the Sunday price action in there too, so sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll play with the first and second entries here. I'm going to change the exit to a 33 for now, just see what that does. Not anything good. And then we're going to change the... we'll change the setting for the reversals here. We'll lower this. We'll go to 1.3 on the ATR threshold. No, not there. 1.35 maybe. See if we can't get somewhere in a decent winning range here. Still not. Change the exit band to 35. We'll go down to 1.25 here. No, we're not there yet. 1.4. Still not where I like it, so let's go ahead and jump up to these filters here. We're going to look at the reversal filters right here. Not going to mess with the waves, but the BPMs I might touch. Let's change it to a max of 5. 5 BPMs. Oh, that made it worse. Okay, so let's go to 15. We actually started with 1. That's kind of odd. Let's make that 0. Change the max to 5. Okay. Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. It didn't do a whole lot of good, but it. Yeah, we can go up a little higher. It's costing us trades to go higher there, but. You know, what's funny is I actually had a good setting on these, but. Last week anyway. 1.45 maybe. I don't want to go too high. Change the max here a little bit too so we don't squish it. Yeah, 1.45 did not help. We are not doing too good on these, so may have to... Let's try one more thing here. Let's go with the high BPMs. See if that helps. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. Getting closer for sure. Go to 35 on the exit band. Oh, that didn't help. 25. Exit quick here. Go to 22. Force this thing to exit real fast. 15. Yeah, 15 does look like we pull out a winner and we get really high win rates, but we're less than a half of a full R on our risk. So we'll change it to 18 and at least try and get half an R. There we go. Yeah, we get half an R on our second entries. We do lose a lot of win rate though. Doesn't seem like it was worth it. Let's go to 20 again. And we're just barely clipping into a profit there. Probably not the best choice there, so let's pull that back up to 25. Yeah, that's still not quite a whole 1-to-1 average. That's getting closer. 32 is probably where the 1-to-1 is. No, just about. It's probably 35 now. Yeah, there we go. We're getting close. 36. I think we have to go to 40 for a 1-to-1. Yeah, I do. Somewhere close to 40. 38, 40. Yeah, around in there. And even then, on the second entries, it's not enough on average to hit a 1-to-1 average. So I'm thinking, which is odd to see this do this because it did really well. The first entries did a really, really good job this week, or last week. I'm thinking maybe we might be able to change something here. And I don't know if I did this before, but we're going to change the range. And when I say before, I mean last week. Where's the range setting? I know it's on here. There it is. Let's try 15. Let's try 50. Yeah, there we go. We're getting a lot less trades. I think we need to possibly change this. Let's go back down to 3. And let's open the BPMs again. We'll squeeze those back down in a minute. Let's see if we can't make this better. The range tick separation. Let's go to 0, just see what happens. Not great. Go to 10. Still floating around those 30% win rates. Not good for a 1-to-1 at all. Let's go to, we might have to, it might just need a really fast exit because the way price action has been, which I don't hate when it's this choppy. And it has been choppy. So let's drop that back down to 25 for now. Maybe 20, 22, somewhere around there. Should get us a good win rate. Yeah, we're at least over 50% on this. Let's try 20. I hate being under that half a 1-to-1 ratio though. Okay, so 20 does keep us about 50% of a risk. So that means every time you lose, you're going to lose 2 wins to 1 win or 1 loss. So you don't want to pick bad trades, but because it takes a while to get back. But you win more, so I guess it's always the silver lining. All right, let's try and push this way up there. Let's go to like 80. Make it really, really have to separate in order to. No, 100, 125, something really high. Yeah, man, it's still getting smoked. Don't love that. Yeah, not sure we're gonna find a good reversal setting for our first and second entries here. Let's see. The BPMs did have some. They look like it had some promise in these settings here. It does get us profitable, but just barely on the first entries. It's the second entries that look good. And to be honest, they're not perfect at all. There are only so many trades there. Oh, wow. Okay, so 10. Maybe 20 is too high. Let's go to 18. That might be news. Yeah, there we go. So let's keep it under 20. Maybe even a little lower on the 10. We'll try 8. That gives us 9 trades. So it's really like 1 trade a day. It's not much. Not much at all. Let's try 1.35 here. See if we can't do a little better. Even 1.25. Yeah, that's 10 trades. 10 trades in a whole week. That's, well, more than 1 trade a day on average, but not a lot. 1.15, we do lose some win rate there. 1.2 was just a little bit worse. 1.25 seemed like it was in that happy medium area. I think I might leave it right there. That's only for second entries. Or first entries are still getting smoked. Second entries I do like better most of the time anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with those. I'll save that template and I'll post it into the Discord as well. November 24. All right, took a little while to get that going. I'm not disappointed with the second entries. The first entries here, that unfortunately just look terrible. So, all right, let's move on. We're gonna look at CWAP. So I don't know why CWAP looks horrible. 50% win rate here. It's not horrible. Just I thought we tuned it better than that, and I know it was doing better than that. Let's load the settings again just to make sure they're still loaded. Now, if that's really last week's, we didn't do as good as I hoped. All right. Let's do October, because the October settings for the momentum. Oh, momentum got smoked. What happened? I'm going to have to go change that. Yep, okay, so that actually loaded really well for... I might have to play back and forth between those two settings. Something I did to the BPMs has affected both of them. It shouldn't have, but it did. That may have been the range. Yeah, the range probably did it. But CWAP here, I like this setting for what we need, and that was from October again. So something about the October settings are replaying as winners. That's not always a bad thing. Let's try a few things here. Instead of 1.2 on the threshold, let's do 1.25. See if we get better or worse. Well, it didn't go better, so let's try 1.3. Got worse. 1.1. Little better. Well, 66% win rate there. That's sexy. I like that. All right, so let's try 1.15. That's still 66%. I think 1.2 was about somewhere in the 60s, right? No, it's 1.5. Yeah, 1.2 is 60%. So let's go ahead and go with 1.1 or 1.15. I don't think it was any different. 22 wins, 11 losses. That's a pretty good amount of win rate. Sample rate. A 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We're talking 75. Oh, yeah, that's part of it right there. So we got 75 target, 75 stop loss. So those are really decent trends it's catching, which sometimes I like that, to be honest. So let's try 60 ticks. 60 ticks is doing all right. Try 65 ticks on the stop and yeah, that's doing the same. Ooh, okay, there we go. 70. All right, so 70 actually did the same. So I'll probably leave it at 70. That seems like, it's probably avoiding some of these huge shifts and chop. And I should have probably thought of that because last week was horribly choppy. I got chopped out of several good trades. And it just happens. Some weeks you get smooth runs, and other weeks you get stuff like this right here. If you look over here, you'll see. Oh, I did not mean to cancel, but I think I applied it. Yeah, anyway, if you look over here, you see this golden triangle. Sometimes you get them like that, and sometimes you get them like this, where they just run beautifully. So really just kind of the luck of the draw, and it's a little bit of trying to read into the future, and you don't always know. Your crystal ball doesn't always work. So you take what you get and try to run with it. All right, so the reversal rate right here, for those that don't know, in the CWAP, this CWAP confirmation reversal basically, this is basically, and it does say if you hold it over here, it's the distance in ticks that are required for the CWAP, which is this line right here, this blue one. That's how many ticks away it has to be from the VWAP, which is down here, for it to allow reversal signals. So you could get a reversal signal once it reaches that tick threshold. Until then, if it's not that far apart, you won't get reversal signals. You'll just get one direction, and that's generally going to be whichever side the CWAP is on. See, there's a signal there of the VWAP. So if it's above the VWAP, you'll get longs. If it's below the VWAP, you'll get shorts until it reaches that threshold. So let's go ahead and jump back into the CWAP settings here. I'm just going to play with it a little bit. I want to see if we can't get maybe just a little bit better signal, although this is pretty good. I think we could maybe eke out, let's make this a bit bigger. We'll go 30 ticks instead of 20. I actually went down on the win rate just a little bit. Let's try 40, 50, and we'll go ahead and go up to 60. Tempted to do something like 100, just see what it does. Yeah, nothing. And we'll go down to 10. Okay, whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, my. So 10 actually is catching some really, really solid trades. I'm going to leave that where it's at just because I think that's indicative of choppiness. Like this one right here normally would not trigger, but since it's so choppy, you're getting these back and forth runs, and I'm assuming we're going to have some chop coming for the week as well. You did get a loser here, but it's just part of it. Looking back at the most recent price action, you have a winner You had several winners. You had a winner here. That's the loser. You get, I know there was one up here. There it is. You got a winner here. A winner here. Winner here. Winner. Yeah, just so many right back-to-back winners. That's 6, 7 winners right there. This is a loser. This is a winner. And you can filter those. I usually use this as kind of a bias filter anyway with the Predator. And if you don't have Predator, check out TradeSaver's Predator. It's worth it. This is probably a loser. Thinking it would be loser. Probably a winner because that 70 tick threshold, that would probably one right there. But anyway, if you don't have Predator, I recommend it. Check it out. I've got a affiliate link in the Discord if you want to use it. You can. Either way, it's worth your time. Predator, TradeSaver, Dre, the person who created it, it's all well worth your time. It helps me keep my goals in sight. My goals here lately are really to try and automate as much as I can in my trading. I don't know about each and every one of you. I know a lot of people love to get involved and manage every trade, and I'm trying to get away from that. So I could not do that without Predator. So check it out if you don't have it. Spend some time looking at it. I think he gives 5 days or maybe a week trial, and I didn't even make it through the trial before I knew I wanted to buy it. So I love it. All right, so back to it. I'm going to save the CWAP settings. I think this is a really good setting. Hopefully we see this similar price action move into the next couple days here, because that's all we really get is 2 days. That's all I'm trading anyways. I don't plan to trade Wednesday, guys. I just don't think it's worth it. So I'll go ahead and save this. November 24th. I'll even date it. 2024 Tune CWAP. And then we're going to pull down here to the shark fin. I don't think I had the settings for October yet. No, we do. Okay, let's load them. Since everything worked so well before, yeah, there we go. I had a feeling one of these wasn't going to load it as well as the others, so we could try this one too. I doubt that one's going to be as good, but we'll try it. Yeah, 40% win rate's not good. We'll try the 11th again. I don't even know why the last week should have loaded up on here and it didn't save it. So that is what it is. Try the 3rd. Alright, the 3rd did load. You know why? I didn't tune it last week. That's why. The settings were still pretty dang good and I kept them. So let's try a few things. What we want to try first, I think, is we're going to take off the minute. Oh, not that. The minute-based verification here and just see what happens. Alright, so we did lose a little bit of win rate. We got a heck of a lot more signals. I mean, a heck of a lot more. Let's see if we can't make this work. 75.25. Make it a little harder to get to the overbought, oversold thresholds. Yeah, okay, so that didn't do much. Do 80.20. Yeah, it just got worse. Let's do 85.15. Yeah, it's not getting any better. So 90.10. That's really going to shrink our trades. Yeah, that's not good. All right, 75.25 again. What was that? 52. All right, we'll change this to 3. I like that a little better. Try 2. The 2's horrible. Try a 1 minute chart. Might have more luck with this being a little looser with these 2 and 1 minute charts. Yeah, nope, not even close. 3 minutes it is. And we're going to go back to 80.20, see what that did. Oh, no. Only one trade. 75.25. That gives us 5 trades. That's not much. I personally don't like that sample size. I'm going to try and work with this a little bit more. I feel like that's just not going to cut it. Let's see here. We could do a few things. We could change the RSI. We could change the Bollinger. Let's try the RSI first. Go from 14 to 10. Nope, 12. 13. Yeah, still not getting enough trades to matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this back down to 70-30. And then I'm going to change the minute verification again. We did 4. Let's try 5. Nope. 1 didn't do very good either. I feel like 1 should be doing better. There's a lot more verification there. I only get 10 trades. Loosen this up. Holy smokes, yeah, that did it. I went to an RSI input of 10, and we got an 88% win rate with 9 trades. I think that's probably good enough for me. Yeah, that's freaking smoking it. Let's look at them. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Okay, yeah, wow, good there. Let's see what else we got. It's only like 1 a day. That didn't really work out well. I think that's a loser. It's got to be a loser. If it's not, it's freaking close. Let's see. Man, it may have actually won. If it did, it just clipped it. Really close win. I personally like to set my break-evens and my trail to start somewhere in the 40 ticks range, mid 40 ticks, just depending on how the price action's going. I might widen it a little, but I would have been trailing there, so it would have won, but it would have also been kind of annoying. It would have been a barely win. Man, this one, that's a huge win. We're definitely getting some wins. It's not, yeah, dang, they're hitting all over the place when they win. I mean, I guess it's 8 wins, so makes sense. Not very many trades. We're talking like 1 trade a day, so not much. I don't like the sample size. I want it to be like 11, 12, 13 or more, but yeah, it's not always how it works. So let's see here. Sometimes you just gotta widen this a little bit, just so you don't get chopped out too. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna save this setting here. We'll save it as November 24, 2024. And that's not 2024. There we go. And now I'm gonna pull a little bit of a few different things just to see if I can't make it better. Go to 11 here first, see what happens. We lost a huge portion there. That didn't work. Let's keep trying. All right. If you want to try a 2-minute chart, it might actually drop the trade. So yeah, it did. Yeah, we'll stick with 1. There's some other things we can do. Try 11 here. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We lost a little bit of our win rate, but we gained a few more trades. So we're talking about almost having 15 trades here, 14 trades. That way, that sample size is just a pinch better. We do have 3 more losers, obviously. But I'm going to say I like it just enough better to stick with this myself. Just to me, there's just that much more proof. So I'm going to put a 2 here at the end. I'm going to put -2. That way we've got both those versions. I can post those. And I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to set my Predator up to begin with shark fins. I really like those shark fins right now. They're looking really hot. So call me crazy, but I think that's the way to go. And so if you want to set up shark fins, you go in here. Well, I'll show you how to do it. You want to go in here first, look and see what you have your tag set to. Mine's set to green dot. And you can customize that inside the indicator itself. Just go in there. It's down. You scroll down to here. You can set whatever you want the tag to. So you can put G dot or R dot. In fact, that's a little easier to type out. So if you change that there to G dot R dot, it will change the tag inside of the actual plotted dot there. So G dot will be what it's called, and And Predator, for those that don't know, it basically will read whatever that tag is and pick it up as a signal, either to filter your trades by or to enter, if you want it to enter, or even exit. So my buys, I want G buy, and I have to type it exactly how I typed it in the settings. So G buy and R sell with capital R and S and capital G and B. That is how you do it. And so I have my trail set to start at the 40 tick mark. I'm going to set it to maybe 42. And it's offset right now at 30 ticks, but I think I need to raise that just a pinch. Let's raise that to like maybe 45 or something. All right, we'll do 42 just because that's what it's set to on that. Break even at 40, that's fine. And then my total take profit, where is that? I want to raise that a slight pinch, maybe 60 something. Do 65. And news. I have not looked at the news. Do we have news tomorrow? I'll go ahead and refresh this. Looks like we have no news tomorrow. So I don't need to worry about news. Alright. Well, then I will turn off my skip filters. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to start the bot. I've been outside a lot this weekend. I'm paying for it in allergies. Give it a minute to load here. It takes a few. Oh, I put G. I just realized why it's not working. I put G by. So what I'll change is I'll change the indicator to G. G by instead of G by. G dot. G by and R by. Alright, I'm hitting F5. And that forces it to load, and if you get a check mark, what that tells you is you are getting those signals picked up. I don't even know if I have a sell signal. Oh goodness, what happened here? I do have sell signals. It's not picking them up, so let me go check it again just to make sure I've got it right. I have G buy and R sell. Nope, I put R buy, so that's not going to work. Hit F5 and reload, and Predator should pick it up. And there we go. And now Predator can, as long as I have this little button on the right turned on, it can and will pick these signals up on its own. And it'll throw me in a trade. So I just kind of let mine run as much as I can when I am happy with my signals and happy with the price action. And I try to work out those skip filters on there to avoid news, and that's how I do it. And that's what I'm aiming for, is more of an automated approach towards trading. And I don't blame anyone for being more manually oriented with trading. It's addictive and it's fun. To be honest, it's also extremely challenging and time consuming. So it's kind of where I've been trying to cut as far as I can, as much time out of it as I can. So it's hard. It's really hard. Sometimes we want to just intervene and touch, and I hear the trade go off or something, so I try to turn my volume down. But overall, it is what I've been doing, and wow, these look like really good signals, most of them. I hope these continue. These look like they're really doing a pretty good job. So, but anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for the evening. I think I'm happy with this. I'll post my results in the Discord, in the NQ live price action channel. And I guess you guys, you can do what you want with them. Trade at your own risk. Don't take any of my settings or anything for as trading or investment advice, because it's not. Trading is risky, and you guys should know that. It's just what I do. What I do is not perfect by any means. I do have days and even weeks where I lose. So, you know, it's something I'm learning and getting better at, and I'm going to continue to keep tweaking these indicators until I get better and better at that too. So bear with me as I learn and continue to grow in my trading, and I'm happy to have you guys here on the journey. And you guys have a wonderful week, and for those that celebrate Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you later.